Hello and welcome to JC Impact Leadership. I'm Brother Jackie Cannell and I'm your host. Thank you for joining me as we discuss what I call flat world thinking. You know the old saying, in 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Against all odds, you remember back in that time, the world is flat. And when I think about that, I think about leadership and how many people miss opportunities because they have what I consider to be flat world thinking. I want to change that. I want to change that mindset for you. I want you to become a person that sees beyond the flat world thought. I want you to be able to circle the world with all kinds of opportunities that is right before our eyes if we will embrace it. So let me give you a few thoughts as we journey together in leadership. First of all, flat world thinking and flat world living does many detrimental things to our lives. When you think flat world and you live flat world, it's going to do so many negative things in your leadership. For example, flat world thinking creates clouds at critical decision making time. Flat world thinking is going to put clouds in your mind when you ought to be sharp and you ought to be that person that sees beyond the horizon a little bit. So we remember that. And then flat world thinking limits our potential. It really does. Christopher Columbus would have never discovered America if he had just stayed on the flat world level. Oh, my friend, what we don't want to do is sabotage our potential. And then flat world thinking blows everything out of proportion. Yeah, that's right. And especially problems. You know, when you're a flat world thinking, you're going to make the giants big and the problems big, and you're going to limit your potential, and you're going to blow all the what I can't do out of proportion. And then flat world thinking keeps us from really enjoying life. You know, I want to reach for the stars, go for the gusto, and I want to be able to enjoy life. But when you're a flat world liver, man, you're gonna live your life with so much hindrances and restraints on you, and it's not going to let you enjoy your leadership life. And flat world thinking hinders others from making positive responses and positive opportunities for other people. You're always going to find the negative rather than the positive, the why we can't do it rather than why we can do it. And if you're a flat world leader, you're going to hinder not only yourself, but you're going to hinder other people as well. And then flat world talking is contagious. Have you ever noticed that when you, as a leader, you get around people that are negative and see all the problems rather than the potential? That creates a negative information pocket that we don't need. One starts talking negative, another one, why we can't do this, why we shouldn't do that. And my friend, your potential is going to be hindered, and it's just going to create a negative environment for us, and we don't need that. And then living in the flat world. You know, when you think flat world, you're going to start living in the flat world, and flat world people limit progress and potential. Flat world people make flat world comments like, they live by them. They expect everybody else to live by them, and it's the way we talk. It's the way we vision. It's what we expect. And if we're a flat world liver, then we're going to live our lives, and we're going to make everybody else live that way, and man, it's going to hinder improvement. And flat world people live in fear most of their life. You know, they're those people that go, oh, what if we go and we fall off the edge? and you're living in fear all the time. And great leadership doesn't live in fear, but it lives in excited expectation rather than fear. And then flat world people become conditioned to perceive truths, and they become very close-minded to new positive possibilities, and the following thing starts happening. You see, we see what we expect to see, not what we can see. Did you hear that? What a great leadership statement. We see what we expect to see rather than what we can see. And then we hear what we expect to hear, not what we can hear. We think what we expect to think, not what we can think. What I want you to do is I want you as a leader to get beyond the horizon. I want to push you out there. I want you to believe that, the world is round, not flat, that you're not going to fall off the edge if you stretch yourself. And that's what we got to do if we're going to be really great leaders. And what a great time to excel in that. This day that we're living in, man, what a great time for our leaders to emerge, to have a positive view, to go, hey, we can stretch further than we've ever stretched. We can go further than we've ever went. And I want to tell you just real quickly that if you're going to change your flat world view, you got to do a few things. And if you didn't get anything else out of this teaching, listen to this. First of all, you got to make a personal choice. I'm going to get out of this flat world thinking. I'm going to see potential rather than problems. You got to make a personal choice. You've got to, number two, prepare. Prepare yourself. That's right. Dream the dream. Get all the resources in you can get to help propel you. But do the preparation work and have a positive can-do attitude. I love to be around people like that, don't you? And then beliefs that there's something better just over the horizon. You got to believe that. You got to understand that there's a risk factor, but it's worth taking, y'all. It's worth pushing yourself to. And this is one that I believe you ought to write down. And I believe this is one that if I had to say, put this down, put this down. You got to have some guts and you got to work hard. Yeah, it takes a lot of guts to believe something bigger than where you are. But you got to work hard too. It's not going to be given to you. Make the decision. You're going to get up, get out of that flat world dimension and live at a different level. Reach over the horizon. Believe there's more for you. And I believe you can do that. Remember, you are where you are today because someone chose to change their flat world. That's a powerful statement. We're here where we are today because someone dreamed the dream. Someone reached beyond where they could see. Somebody drifted beyond the horizon. We're where we are today because somebody before us changed their flat world thinking. Look, guys, I look forward to seeing you next time. Listen to me. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow JC Impact on Instagram, on Twitter, and check out jcimpact.org. There's a lot I want to talk to you about, but there's a lot of nuggets if you'll go there and check it out. Hey, I look forward to seeing you next time. God bless you. Until then, dream the dream and cast your vision beyond the horizon. You'll be glad that you did.